This video is not intended for anyone 13 or younger.
Hello, viewers, and welcome back. I'm your humble host, Josh24214, and today we are back for another episode on the new set of TMNT, or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Magic Set. And today we're doing Baxter Stockman, the tech advisor for the villain, the Shredder. And yeah, everybody knows his history. Yeah, he's usually a mad scientist first, making the Mousers, and then eventually he becomes a mutant fly, except for two occasions. The first one is from the 2003 version, and the other from Mutant Mayhem. I heard he's in the film, but I'm not. Like I said, I have not seen the film. I'm not sure if it's super good. Well, it should be because it was made by the same people who did Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, if I recall. And the art style for it's really good, from what I can tell. And for the 2003 version, let's just say Baxter Stockman in that show gets a different form of punishment for his failures. If you have seen the 2003 version, then yeah, like I have, good God, how did they get away with some of the stuff they pulled? And besides all that, let's dive into the deck tech with Baxter Stockman, who is a red-blue commander, an Izzet commander. I was thinking Jeskai with black as well because, you know, he's pure evil. But that's just my opinion, so let's dive into the deck tech and see what I cooked up with.
Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It only takes 2 simple clicks. Click, click. Enjoy the episode.
And so, here is Baxter Stockman, the mad scientist and roboticist for the Shredder. So he is a 3 generic and an Izzet legendary creature human scientist. When Baxter Stockman enters, create a 1/1 colorless robot artifact creature token. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target artifact creature you control gets a +3/+0 and gain first strike and vigilance until end of turn. And Baxter Stockman has a power of 3 and a toughness of 3. And yeah, he wants you to go through a artifact creature token deck, but in order to get that nice +3 power and first strike and vigilance, I can think it. And yeah, there aren't any much removal for Izzet for straight damage. But let's see what I came up with for a first time blue-red artifact deck. So let's jump over to the deck list now. So here we are with Baxter Stockman. I already run down his card. So he does get a free colorless robot with, and awesome that it is a Mouser from the show in comics and blah blah blah. I had mostly focused on an artifact deck, and there isn't much removal that I usually use for Izzet because I'm outside my own comfort zone. And we have cards that wants to help with artifacts, and we got mana with Mox Opal, and we have like some low cost Drax Interclacer from the Alchemy of, I want to say Edge of Eternities, if I recall. If you get it on turn 1, we got basic removal board wipes with Cyclonic Rift, River's Rebuke, and, oh god, and Blasphemous Act. Yeah, mostly fully artifacts. And also including Arcbound Ravager, that's using one of the comics, the Mirage comic art. Very nice, by the way. And we have some usual Tezzeret. And he can make robots. So that's going to interface. So mostly this deck is a artifact token deck. And yeah, put in Krang Utram Warlord if you manage to get him on the board with 9. And that will make my artifacts flying, trample, indestructible, and haste. We have the... Yeah, I did add some big splashy damage cards with like 4 damage, sometimes 5 damage. Anyway, with that, let's... And we also have Slasher Deep Dwelling for some nice enter the battlefield triggers. If I could sneak some battlefield triggers in. Brilliance Unleashed. Choose artifact card in your graveyard, return it to the battlefield if it's an artifact creature card. Otherwise, return it to the battlefield, and it's a 3/3 robot artifact with flying if it's a non-artifact creature. And yeah, I put in Dockside Extortionist, so that's a very good card for Commander and Brawl. Nuts, by the way, that they brought it in. And yeah, I haven't heard that, yeah, there's going to be some new cards at the end of the month for the cubed powered for the prize pack. So if we get some nice new cards, let's synergize with artifacts. And if there's like a good commander in the deck that I can add into a commander deck, I'll probably make a bonus episode, maybe. But it's not going to be a TMNT set, so I'm going to do my best with that. So with that, let's dive into the episode, and let's dive into the game. Let's have some fun with some games, and let's see what Baxter Stockman can do, win or lose. So we'll just have some fun. And as always, you can always edit the deck. I will put the deck in the description below, and you can make some heavy modifications to make Baxter Stockman work more. But that's your opinion, and that I've just put it up there for my deck building. Ain't that really good, but it's a good way to pass the time. So onto the games, shall we? Alright, so let's play game number 1 with Baxter Stockman of the Izzet Colors. So let's just see how this goes. Win or lose, let's be happy. And any minute now. Yeah, everybody loves a good comeback story. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I guess it just depends, I suppose. Yeah, that last comment was just from the intro. Okay, Calippo, hey babe, Forest Guardian, oh god, shrines. God, I hate shrines. Okay, I don't have much creatures to play with, but I do go first, so I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, I do have Ravenous Robots. That's gonna make me some tokens very fast. I'm gonna chance it and keep my hand. Okay. I do have good turn 1. I'm gonna play this. If I need to get around any ward, you can use the Misrise Village to circumvent it. So that's going to be a handful good tip that I already know. Okay, play Urban Retreat. Okay, I'm gonna play a River Pirate Bird. Going to Ravenous Robots, or the Mousers. And yes, I have seen the command precon, and there is a big mother mouser. So yeah, I can get some big chunky robots if it gets blown up. Okay, next will be Spire of Industry. And my creature tokens will have haste. Okay, you foretell, so either you got a counter spell or board wipe. It's usually the board wipe. So, you know what? I'm gonna play it safe and play Donatello Way of the That way I can get a lot of tokens super fast with Mind Stone on the next turn. Okay, you're probably gonna have to... Authority, yeah, that's gonna slow me down. Okay, I'm gonna play Mind Stone. It's gonna boost me, but you're gonna get life. Okay. I do not have a blue colored card. I only have the Miss Verge. I'm gonna swing for 5. Next turn, I could play Emery up the Lock. Maybe I could get lucky. Okay, let's see what you're gonna do. Yeah, you either have to blow up my Ravenous Robot. Yeah, that's a good play. Unable to scream. Lose all abilities. Okay, I can't remove the enchantment, but I could return it back to my hand. I'm gonna play a mountain. That's gonna give me more blue mana. I could use the Sculpting Blast, but I want some value out of it, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swing all out, and oh, I do have a double blue. Turn it to my hand. Actually, I'm going to wait until my next turn, because I know he's probably gonna play as commander. I can see that a mile away. So I'm gonna play a little smart. Do have Disruption Protocol, and I do have the mana, but I will have to take 1 damage though. But it's a good price to pay, so what are you gonna do? Buried Oasis, draw a card for each shrine. When other shrines you control, draw a card. That's not too bad. I'll let you have that. But Donatello won't be able to move on the next turn. So I'm gonna... You're gonna get a life. But you'll lose 2, 3, so I could... Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe. And swing with 2 damage to you. Because I know you're going to probably play your commander or a much nastier shrine. There are up Doomscar. Yeah, I did predict that, so I'm going to tap. I'm going to have to do 2 and tap my Mouser. So, what are you gonna do? You can't counter, you don't have the mana. Oh, that's a good play. That's a good play. Yeah. That's a nice play. That would be nice. That's a nice right there. I think I can play any card that I want. And I don't... Okay, I want to see what's on. I can't replay... Okay, we do have Jorah, Weatherlight Captain, so I'm gonna put it into my hand. I will get a card draw out of it. Because I have a historic card. So I'm gonna be drawing a lot of cards with Jorah. I'm gonna play a blue. Okay, I'm gonna play Jora level like captain. It's gonna give you a life. And I'm gonna play Emerald Looker of the Lock. That's gonna give me a card. Rang the Utram Warlord. Ooh, I saw one Power Stone. So I can play that on the next turn, get some more ramp, and get some card draw. Okay, hey Bay, coming out. Okay, you got 2. That's, yeah, you could do 2 damage to my face or blow up one of my cards, but I think the best play for you would be Emery Looker of the Law. Gateway Clever, what the hell? Exile, return it to the battlefield under... Oh! Oh, that's a good play! Oh no! Oh god, no! You're gonna play Sanctum of All, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna double your effect. Oh dear lord. So that puts my plant... So I need 3 mana. I'm gonna choose 1 Power Stone. It's going to go into my hand. Okay, I'm gonna make a Mouser. I will get Arcane Sickman. That's not good. Okay, that's gonna increase my power. But that card... That's good. That's a good card. I'm a little mad. I could get greedy. I do have a Winds of Change. I could, but he might get lucky and get a much nastier card. But I would have a 6/7. And I do have some good blockers. Okay. Yeah, I need a Board Wipe. No, I do have Tezzeret. And yeah, I'm gonna... If I can get to my next turn... If I can get to my next turn, I should be okay. Yeah, you're gonna... Yeah. Yeah, that's double. Or you will get a shrine. Extra shrine. So that's not good. Oh, 2... Oh, God. 2, 4... 6... 8. Yeah, that's a good play. I might have to play Winds of Change. I got 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Would play Prang. Yeah, you got a lot of mana. Plan for 1. That would do. I need 6. Ooh, do I play the Warlord? 3, 4, 9. That would give me a good army of blockers. Alright, I'm gonna have to take a gamble. That's gonna make my artifacts indestructible. Okay, do I have the bacon? 2, 3, 4, 5. I need... Okay, I could get some nice blocks. You're gonna have to get a way to... Yeah, I will be able to get rid of Shrine, but all my stuff has... All my artifacts now have indestructible. So you're going to have to do it directly to me. Okay, that's 5. Your graveyard. I'll put a... Oh, you're gonna search, so you might get something super helpful. So, yeah, all your stuff gets +1/+1. Yeah, double the effects. Yeah, I think I... Oh, is it just gonna repeat over and over? Okay. Jesus Christ, that is pretty big. But I do have... No, I have 3 blockers. I think he's won. He's won. Yeah. Yeah, that's good game. Good game, man. Okay. That one, you have to admit, it was getting to the wire, close to the wire, but I got unlucky with the cards I got. So that was a good game. So let's move on to game number 2. And yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, but hey, it's always fun. I really had a good think, though. Okay, what's next? Gerard Cloud X Soldier. Okay. Yeah, if I can... Oh, I do have a Max Opal. Urlos. But my opponent will go first. Imperium Thoptus. That will give me lots of tokens. That will get me able to play Max Opal quicker. Okay, I think I'll keep the hand, but I think I may have made a bad play. Okay, we have Fireweaver. Urabal. I'm gonna save the Max Opal for my next turn. I think I'm gonna play the Imperium Thopus next. Okay, we have a failed 14. Gonna play Mountain. Yeah, I can only get like 2 artifact triggers with Reckless Fireweaver. Okay, you play Aerith. And now you're gonna gain life. Okay. I'm gonna pay 2. Okay, I'm gonna play Reckless Fireweaver. Ornithopter. 2/2, you take 1. And Mox Opal, you take another 1. And I want to keep some defenses up, so yeah. Do I want to take that? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take that risk. I will be able to play a Worn Power Stone on my next turn if I want. That's an extra 1 damage. And Lightning Army of 1. That's double damage. No, it's only with lightning, so she will get a power boost. But I'm not in trouble. Okay, I got Fundari's Fall. Good play, Tezzeret. Okay, I'm gonna play Fire. Do I want to go with Tezzeret? Yeah, lightning can be very bad with double damage, so I want to keep at least 2 mana. So I got 3 mana to play with, so the most logical move is to play the Worn Tower. Next I am gonna station oh boy, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will be able... I will have to take 3 damage though, so... You know what? I'm gonna take a risk. Wish it would just let me do multiple. So I'm gonna end the turn. I will take 3 damage from either... I will probably take it mostly from Aerith. Barrett Wiles. Whenever he attacks, deals damage to a number of equipment. damage. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Make lightning go back to the hand. I will take 3. I will get another Orba Foster. Got Mouser Mark II. Okay, but now we have. Okay, I'm gonna play Tesla.
Innovation has no limit.
I'm gonna remove the Mouser Mark II. Then we're keeping an Arid Mesa. I already got. Okay, what's on my next turn though? A mountain. I'm gonna put it in the graveyard. Okay, I'm gonna play another Ornithopter. And I'm gonna play Gunner. And then I'm just gonna set up for my next turn to use access to a lot of mana on my next turn. Keep a few good blockers. I will have to double block, though. Question is, what's it gonna be? If he swings with Aerith, I'm gonna block with both the Ornithopters. Yeah, they're going after Tezzeret. Okay, I'm gonna have to double block with the Ornithopter, and yeah, this is just for getting some nice blockers. At least Tezzeret will stay at 5. If I can survive at least 2 more turns with Tezzeret, I will get a lot of card draw. Unless you got a little combat trick to keep Aerith alive. And, okay, you will get a lot of +1/+1 counters. So, if I can get something like a piece of removal, so you will get another power on Barrett. So now he's a 6/4, so I have to keep Tezzeret alive on my next turn. Second main, what are you gonna do? Okay, farewell! Wow! That is ballsy. Ballsy, but a pretty good play. Okay, first I'm gonna increase Tezzeret. Now I have to discard cards. Deals combat damage to the player, create a token. Yeah, I'm gonna have to discard the 2 Donatellos. I have no artifacts. So I'm gonna play Pain Dam. That's a very good play, Gerard. That was a good play with Farewell. You did what you had to do. Now, if I can get more artifacts and somehow tap, I do have a way to draw a card next turn with Betrayal of the Flesh Ultimate and play Baxter Stockman. Oh god, and I just had to open my mouth. That's very nice. That's a nice play there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play Baxter Stockman. Yeah, that was a good play. Because I would have drawn some very good cards. Let's see. How many islands do I have? 1, 2... I need 3 islands to play this. Instant... I need 3 or more. So, yeah, I'm gonna use the turn to get this out. Can't really do anything. Yeah, it was the only way to But I do have a plan in case you bring out bust out something nasty, like something like lightning. Unless you play an okay, that's fine, pacifist, that's okay. I get a disruption protocol and machine over matter. Okay, so I can't swing. So if I do swing first strike, I think it would still count as a draw, but because it's the only artifact I have right now, so I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna let you attack and cast Dispersing Blast. If it was attacking, create a drone token. That way I will have some 4 damage to fly over you. And I do have a disruption protocol, so I could potentially counter. Okay, I'm going to counter that. And pay the 2. My Mouser will be tapped. Okay, so now you have no more tricks. So I'm gonna wait until you attack. But I don't really have resources of my own, but I will have to wait another turn. But in the meantime, he can draw a very nasty card. But I do have Mind Machine over Matter, so could be useful. So I have 2 more ways. Okay, you're gonna attack. I'm gonna counter. That's gonna give me a drone. So now I have a way to attack. I could take Baxter Stockman from the board off and recast him with Mind over Machine over Matter. And I would only have to pay 5. Okay, you could replay Lightning. So that point exercise was pointless. I'm gonna draw a card, and it's Arcbound Ravager and Explosive. Yeah, I'm gonna take out Lightning. I'm gonna take out Power Stone, all my artifacts. Yeah, I'm gonna play Arcbound Ravager. I don't really do anything, so I'm gonna put it on my Mouser. Do 5 damage this turn. Boom. Boom. Okay, so now I got something going. So I do have a flyer, but it can only hit flying creatures. So I could sacrifice and increase Arcbound Ravager if I want to. Okay, Cloud gets played with hail. Don't have anything to threaten me with. Cloud will swing. Question, do you have a way, but attacks, draw for each. If your power is 7, you get 2 triggers. I am going to play Machine over Matter. Make Cloud go away for a turn. I am doing good, but I don't know if he's what that other card. It could be something very nasty later. Okay, I get to draw 2, so Island, Command Tower, that's fine. Okay, I do have 4, so I'm going to use Rendori's Fault. Discard Island. Let's see, I get a Tezzeret. Alright, let's get Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Play him.
Soon, this system will
Untap target creature and if it's an artifact creature, put a 1/1 counter on it. I could search and get a... Oh, I can't remember. I do have a creature, an artifact card with 1 or less. I think it's Wayfarer's Bauble. That will get me a +1 for Tezzeret, so he'll be a 2. because he'll only increase... Uh-oh. And yeah, I think he quit. I was just mostly thinking on what to do. And yeah, you know what? That was a good game. Made me think there. Okay, time for game number 3, and yeah, it's a new day, so. Alright, let's see what we get for our 3rd game. And sorry about the noise. The dishwasher's on, so I can't do anything about that. So enjoy the sounds of rushing water. Okay, we have Lucen, Okva, Enigma, Goliath. Okay, so we do have ravenous robots. So we could get, and Donatello would go out very quickly. But we're not going first, so anything could happen, so... I'll probably keep this hand, but I have a bad feeling I shouldn't have. And yeah, hopefully Kia, it takes a lot of mana to cast him. I think, okay, so... Okay, so we can do this. I'm gonna play nice Misrise Village. So I'm gonna tap investigate. If this was cast from the graveyard, investigate twice, so you're gonna make a lot of glue tokens super quick. But sure. Then go into Ravenous Robots. And if we cast an artifact spell, we'll make some... Oh, we got a Leaf Stalker Adornment. So we could, for American, go Comfort. Okay. He could get big with a lot of equipment, so... Okay. And we'll get a free Ornithopter. Thopter. We would get a free Ornithopter for a turn if everything goes right. At least that way we will have some good blockers. Unless Emporium Thoptus doesn't die. So which one are you gonna go for? Goblin. Okay, now I'm starting to see what the game plan is. Yeah. 4-1 with trample. Yeah, you're gonna swing. And I'm gonna block. Yeah, I'm gonna do something for this turn. Okay. So we'll get Arithopter. Ornithopter. Okay, we're gonna play a Shivan Ring. Donatello, Ornithopter. Let's make Donatello super big. 3-4. Okay, and then next... Oh, I could have... No, I screwed that sequence up. I would have gotten some nice damage in, but that's fine. Okay, I think I'm not gonna swing. If he swings again, I'm gonna block with the Mouser token, the robot token. Okay. Unexpected windfall. You'll get to discard. You have to discard. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasures. So we would have 3 mana open. So it could be a counter spell or pump. Yeah, I'm gonna block. Okay. Yeah, go down to 18 to 25. We got 3 artifacts on the board this time. On the Thopter. Could play Storm the Vaults, but no. I'm going to cast this for the 3 cost. Got some new counterspell, so I'm going to play on the Thopter. It's going to give me a robot token, 1 damage, 2 damage for this turn. Yeah, you're gonna have to get rid of Ravishing Robots, because this is gonna get out crazy extremely fast. Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna keep Donatello at bay. So I do have some ammunition. Okay, you're gonna block with your Ornithopter. And I do have... okay, so it only gives a +1 power. Okay, Commander's coming out. So now I have to pay 3 and pay 3 life in order to... And whenever you cast. So I could make it go away. Just need a bit of mana on this turn. Make that happen. Okay, so... Okay, I could make Donatello super big. Oh, wait! No, I don't have to do that. I could do this. So I'm gonna use Miss Phil's Village ability. Here's a little cool piece of deck tech I don't use. This is unable, cannot be countered. So I don't have to pay the restrictions. Ah, that's... And here we go. And I'm gonna call this an episode, so... Yeah, that was Baxter Stockman. And next time, we are going to be moving on with another villain of henchman for the Shredder with Bebop and Rocksteady from the Commander Precon deck that was added to Arena. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with some good Arena cards. And yeah, from the last couple of comments, this is just the next day after the upload of the Splinter episode from last week. By the time I'm recording this, the day after the upload for Splinter's deck, and this won't be up until next week, next Thursday, again. And yeah, next week we will be doing Bebop and Rocksteady, and from the comments from the last episode, there are some that wants a Shredder Commander deck, but yeah, that was a little mistake, and I did see the edit, by the way. But I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. I just wanted to clarify the correction. So, and it has given me thoughts to maybe extend the episodes, maybe another +2, maybe. But we'll have to wait and see after the Bebop and Rocksteady video. So until then, have a good day, everybody, and I hope you all enjoy your day. And sorry about the third game and the end of this episode that you had to put up with a washing machine. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I will see you next week for Bebop and Rocksteady. This is Josh24214 signing off.